Hi there, Dr. Sheep here. Welcome back to another Minecraft Let's Play video on Bedrock in the small world. You would not believe the trouble and the effort I went through to get today's Let's Play up and running. You may be thinking, Doc, you didn't even do anything in here. You're right, I didn't. That's not the issue with today's episode. The issue with today's episode was Windows, actually. So Streamlabs was like, hey, you need to update your drivers. And I'm like, okay, I'll update my drivers. No big deal. Well, for whatever reason, Windows isn't retrieving my drivers anymore. No. It's just telling me, like, yeah, we're not doing that anymore. Retrieving your drivers and Windows, supposed to be doing its job? No, what? That's not what Windows does. Why can't... Oh, I turned the volume down. Windows going and retrieving drivers? What? That's unheard of. Who would ever expect Windows to actually do its job? Anyways, so yeah, it just wasn't retrieving drivers to update them, and so I needed... And so Streamlabs was just like, hey, yeah, you need to update your drivers. And I'm like, oh. So, yeah. Spent some time. I mean, I could have updated them quite quickly, but I also realized, you know what, I want to do some updates. And, oh boy, there were a lot of updates. Because, for whatever reason, Windows hasn't been telling me about updates. Just straight up, just ignoring updates. And, I kind of want to upgrade to Windows 11 when the time comes. I mean, I'd rather not, but I mean, I have to at some point. So, I spent quite a bit of time figuring out, can I use Windows 11 on this computer? Yes. Oh, that was like my only bucket, and it's down here now. And yes, I can use Windows 11 on this computer. Kind of. So Windows was like, you need to go and do your security checkup thing or whatever. Like, oh, okay. So I get the Windows security checkup app thing, and it's like, oh, yeah, okay. So you're compatible hardware-wise. You're just missing this one little thing that, I can't tell you how to do that. It just provided no instructions on how to turn it on, how to enable this thing. It was something with the secure load or whatever. I don't know. Point is, Windows, it was just like, Microsoft was just like, I can't tell you how to do that. You just have to, like, Google it and figure it out. And you have to figure out, like, what's your motherboard model to figure out if your motherboard supports it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I spent quite a bit of time trying to figure out that, does my motherboard support this driver? It does. And I was like, okay, so how do I, this driver, we'll call it a driver, not the setting. Does it support the setting? It does. And I'm like, okay, how do I enable that? Microsoft, oh, we can't tell you that. You're going to have to ask your manufacturer. Here are some links to manufacturers. Doesn't tell you anything. The links do nothing. They don't take you anywhere. They keep you on the same site. Just FAQs. Like, oh, just, you're going to have to click on how to install it. But then it leads you in a loop. You're just in this infinite loop of it not answering your question. It's so frustrating. You know, I'm sick, so it's like, I don't... Yeah, I caught a cold for the first time in, like, 3 years. So, I'm a little upset about that. But, nevertheless, power through it. Get on with life. Anyways, so I'm like, okay. Okay, Windows, let's be real here. Can we play nice? No. It refused to play nice. The Microsoft.com or whatever refused to play nice. And I'm like, just refused to play nice. And I'm like, alright, well, I'm gonna have to figure something out. How am I gonna get this thing to work? Anyways, I eventually, you know, was like, this is my motherboard manufacturer. This is my type of motherboard. It does support it. I had to go and look it up. I had then go dig into my computer's BIOS. And now, the PC health checkup thing that tells you to run says, yes, your computer now supports Windows 11. Congratulations. And I'm like, perfect. So, when you go into Windows updates, it's like, your computer does not support Windows 11. Please run the system checkup or whatever to see what your computer's missing. I'm like, what computer checkups as I can? What? It's just so frustrating. Like, how? How do you just... I don't get it. I don't get it, Windows. Talk to your own damn app. The app says, yeah, we can do it. But then Windows system updates is like, no, we can't, bro. Like, sorry, bro. I can't do that. It's like, what? How? Why? This doesn't make any sense. Nothing makes sense. It's like, Microsoft, none of your crap is making sense. And Microsoft's just like, well, you know, I'm probably not making sense. My last little pills of Dayquil are wearing off, and so I'm in pain, and my nose is stuffy, and yeah. But luckily, it's late in the night, and I'm going to take NyQuil. So let's get on to this cold here, shall we? Enough about the computer thing. I'm sure I'll be able to upgrade to Windows 11. I've got the BIOS already. It just probably requires like 80 billion more updates because my computer, I think, requires 80 billion updates. But now that I have some settings changed, hopefully it'll start informing me of updates again, because it wasn't doing that there for a while. And I wonder if that's not one of the reasons why. Anyways, so the past few days, I've been waking up and just kind of intermittent without the day. My throat has been kind of getting sore. And I was like, I didn't think anything of it. I was just like, yeah, it's probably whatever. I was probably just being too active or talking too much or who knows. Or it's just waking up and it's like, yeah, sore throat, whatever, you know. It's probably just dry. Well then, yesterday, the sore throat persisted all day. Like, it wasn't, like, terrible, but it's enough to bother me. And I'm like, oh, no. Because here's the thing. I haven't gotten a cold since before COVID, alright? So the last time I had a cold was pre-COVID. It was in the fall of 2019. That was also the last time I got, like, sick, too. Like, no, not a cold, but some other sort of illness. Anyways, and I'm so like, oh no, I haven't been cold in forever. I haven't had a cold in forever. So I don't have any cold medication, or I do. Well, I guess I do have cold medication, but it's Mucinex D. And I'm like, I'm remembering from like the last time I was sick, that fall of 2019, I was like, I took Dayquil. Anyways, I had to run a ton of errands yesterday. So I'm like, okay, well, I'm at Menards, and I'm like, you know what? I thought about getting cough drops at Menards. Menards didn't have the cough drops I wanted, so okay, I go to Walmart and I was like, you know what? Maybe I should get some Dayquil and NyQuil as well. Get one of the combo packs or whatever, or just get 2 boxes of each. I get a box of each or whatever. Well, Menards had them, but I was like, oh, they're like $8, and I was like, I'm not paying that. I'll go to Walmart. I'll see if Walmart's got it cheaper. Well, that was a mistake. Walmart didn't have crap in stock. They had their combo pack. They had a combo pack, which I was skeptical to use, but it was an Equate combo pack. And I'm like, and it's a 4-day supply. And I'm like, all right, I'll try that. And I got home, I'm doing math, and I'm like, okay, it's too soon to take Dayquil. I mean, it's too late to take Dayquil. Like, if I take Dayquil now, it's... If I take Dayquil now, it's not gonna. I'm going to. Then I have to take NyQuil like right before I go to bed. So it's like, that's a lot of pills to take, and it's like I'm not doing that. So I just waited and took NyQuil. My nose has been stuffy since like yesterday afternoon too. So if I sound ill, it's my nose. I can't breathe through it. Or half of it, anyways. Or half of it. I can't breathe through half of it. So anyway, I pop the NyQuils and I go to bed. And I woke up the next morning. I mean, I'm in pain because I need to take, the Dayquils. Anyways, because the NyQuils had worn off. But I had the best night's sleep of my life. Like, I had tossing and turning or whatever, and I remember, like, getting woken up or whatever, and I was lucid dreaming, like, what should have been and what would have been the crappiest night's sleep ever, especially when sick. The NyQuil just, like, pushed you right through that and just kept you asleep, pretty much. Or as sleep as you could be, anyways. And so, when I showed up to work so then I was like, whoa, that's crazy. And so then I popped the Dayquils. And, oh my god, I felt amazing. I felt fantastic. And then, as the day went on, as the rest of the day went on, not really much happened, and, as today went on, 2 o'clock rolled around. That's when it was time for me to take my pills again, and the sore throat just disappears. For the most part, anyways. Like, you could still tell, like, I'm not feeling 100%. Like, things don't feel 100%, but, like, something's there. Just being like, yeah, you're gonna have a good day today, bud. And I was telling the full timer, I'm like, I told him, listen, I may be running at 100%, like speed wise, but I am not. Things are not running at 100%. Like, I'm going 100% speed-wise, but I am not, but things aren't firing correctly. They're misfiring, but misfiring fast. All in all, surprisingly a good day. Despite how sick I am. I'm getting more nose symptoms as this goes on, and it's whatever. But so I had told fill this, and I tell everybody this. If you get a cold, the best thing is lots of water. I've got like a bunch of, I drank like half my jug of water at work today. It's lots of water, lots of sleep, good food, fruits and stuff, vitamins. Like, I mean, take a multivitamin. You might you might not need it, but and cold and flu medication if you could take it. If you can't take Dayquil and NyQuil, I understand. There are people who take other medication or just can't. This is not medical advice, though. I cannot recommend that this is going to, like, cure you. No. This is what I've found works for me. And by God, it doesn't cure it. And here's what I said. I said this morning. I'm like, if they find a cure for the common cold, fantastic. However, the freaking treatments we have for it feel pretty damn good. I literally felt, other than like my nose and throat, I felt better than I did when I was healthy. That's like right when the pills kick in, though. That first few hours or whatever. After that, stuff starts to go downhill. Until it's time to take the pills again. But anyways, yeah, so it's... it may say Dr. Sheep, but I am not an actual doctor. Do not take what I say as medical fact or as what you should do. Consult your doctor. Well, as always, I'm not your doctor. Consult an actual licensed physician and ask them what they recommend as a best cold treatment for you. Oh, and these are the pills, by the way. I'm not drinking the syrup, although a guy at work was like, actually, I kind of like the flavor of Dayquil and NyQuil. And I'm like, what? What's wrong with you? Who likes the flavor of cough medicine? And you know what? When it comes to those pills, they throw a bunch of crap in there. Bro, really, like, the nose congestion is a little annoying when you're sick. But really, all I need is, well, I guess, okay, yeah. All I need is a decongestant and something to get rid of my sore throat. The coughing stuff, I don't need any of that. I've never really had an illness where I cough. I think one time I did. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think I had an illness one time where I coughed quite frequently. Otherwise, I'm not a big cougher. Well, I cough when I'm healthy. 1, 2, 3. If that's anything to go by. It's true. It's true. I cough when I'm healthy. But I don't cough when I get sick. Or at least I haven't gotten anything to suggest that. Now, for those of you thinking, what if it's COVID? It's not COVID. As far as I'm aware of, all the COVIDs, you still lose your taste and smell. Well, despite the fact that my nose is plugged, I can still smell things, and I was still able to taste my my lunch today, and I was still able to taste my dinner. So I do not have COVID. I do not have a fever, at least not that I'm aware of, anyways. Oh, little thing about NyQuil though, alright? Maybe it's just me, but holy crap. It caused some wild dreams. I mentioned the lucid dreaming. Yeah. I had some wild dreams. Like, dreams that I'd had before that should have, like, that should have woken me up and I wouldn't have been able to fall back asleep. But instead, instead, the NyQuil just, like, it kept you asleep. And I'm kind of curious, tomorrow night when I take it, Friday night, when am I going to wake up Saturday? You know, my alarm woke me up. I mean, the NyQuil literally might just let me sleep until, my throat gets to a point where I'm in too much pain to sleep anymore. Because it's so dry. Not because, like, again, because my throat this time doesn't hurt so much to where, like, it's hard to talk. It just kind of just hurts. Which is different from other colds, but it's a cold, you know. Everybody's colds are different. They're weird. There's so many mutations with the cold virus that it doesn't really freaking matter. Also, this is like my 3rd or 4th diamond pickaxe for this project, so. Yeah, this project's been pretty expensive emerald-wise, but that's okay. I want to get the 1,000 emerald trade thing. Achievement. Which is one of the rare ones. Actually, I mean, most of the achievements, very few players ever complete, like, any of them. Most players play in creative, or they start in survival pure, but then ultimately switch to cheats or whatever, and so they're never able to get achievements. Most players, like 99% of players, have never beat the Ender Dragon. And I used to be in that spot, like, okay, without cheats, I should say. Like, I had beaten the Ender Dragon with cheats before, but, and done it and so it was survival, but there were cheats. We didn't spawn stuff in. We just used it for, keep inventory. Which I know the water bottle hates, so. But, so it's like I'd beaten the Ender Dragon before, but never just solo without cheats. And I have. And honestly, I don't know if I want to do it again. I mean, it's a normal thing for a Minecraft player to do, to beat the Ender Dragon a lot of times, but damn, it's a lot of work. Or at least trying to kill the thing's a lot of work. You go in fully prepared, and you just get smacked around. Well, okay, truth be told, last time I lost, because I was trying to use the bed technique to speed things along. A, I've learned my lesson from that, and B, we will use some other technique for Bedrock. if or when I decide to do it. We also, at some point, need to get the iron farm to work. Currently, it's a cat farm. Yeah, I found some string in the chest today when I went and looked. Kind of sad. Those poor cats. I didn't think cats could spawn in there, but apparently they can. And yeah, it's a string farm. Pretty sad. Ow! What the? What the heck? Where did you spawn from? Why are there so many of you?
disappeared.
Okay. It always scares the crap out of me. Oh, holy crap. This placed a lot more torches than I thought it was going to. Okay. Just minding my own business. Play some blocks, and next thing I know, I'm getting murked. I thought they changed it to light level 0. Did they not change it on Bedrock? Because my butt, they wandered down here. No way. The AI isn't that good. Well, anyways, I guess I have time for one more story. So I'm at work today, and a guy's like, "Hey, Doc, you ever heard of the banana and Sprite challenge?" And I'm like, "No." And he's like, "Well, the challenge is to eat 2 bananas and drink 24 ounces of Sprite as fast as possible." So you eat the 2 bananas as fast as possible, and then chug the 24-ounce bottle of Sprite as quick as possible. And then the challenge is, last one to throw up wins. And I'm like, sounds like an interesting video. To not replicate, like, not do the challenge, but moreover, try and figure out what's going on with that. So, there's 2 ways of doing this. One of which will require more glassware than I already have. And the other won't replicate it perfectly. Well, actually, neither one of these will replicate it perfectly. But, this one, just, you're just subtracting heat. Like, your stomach acid, the acid won't be, 98 degrees Fahrenheit. Oh my god. Damn Enderman. I love spawning down here. Once the sugarcane's all in, they shouldn't do that anymore. Well, anyways, so my idea for the experiment is to have a Urban Meyer flask on a heater. He got really close to me, and that made me scared. Anyways, basically to replicate it, I need to either just put in an Urban Meyer flask, so okay, to replicate it, all right, let's try and finish this here. To replicate it, I need an Urban Meyer flask or a round bottom flask. The Urban Meyer flask I would heat up. Well, I mean, I could heat up the round bottom flask, but I don't have the proper. My heating mantle doesn't fit the round bottom flask that I want to use. Anyways, I'd like to thank you all for watching. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. I will try and remember to talk about this next episode. Good night. Hello there. Actually, it's more of a goodbye. This is my Minecraft outro. Anyways, make sure you subscribe so that we can hit our 10K goal, so we can plant 100 trees for subs for trees. Otherwise, stick around for the next 20 seconds to give me that sweet, sweet watch time.